here and then with utmost humility, gratitude, and love, I offer myself at the divine reverential lotus feet of our beloved omnipresent Lord, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. It's indeed our very good fortune that we have Dr. Shobha Raju with us for this retreat. Thank you, Swami. Loving Sai Ram, Sister Dr. Shobha Raju. I'm extremely grateful to Bhagavan for gracing us with your presence for our retreat. In spite of all the busy schedule and the upcoming Kumbhabhishekam, you have made yourself available for us, and we are very blessed, and we want to thank Swami collectively for this wonderful opportunity to be having some of your aspects of spiritual journey so that we can take them as lessons in our spiritual journey. Dear sisters, let me elaborate a little bit on the Kumbhabhishekam that is being planned for the end of this month. Dr. Shobha Raju has been really blessed. She's been prompted and guided to be having a temple construction project. So she's very deeply involved in this project. And the Kumbhabhishekam is planned for the end of this month, and it is a multi-day celebration. Kumbhabhishekam is the pinnacle ritual for temple consecration. So during this ritual, the temple space is energized, it's purified, and it is sanctified so that divine beings from other planes of consciousness can enter this plane and bless us. So you can imagine how blessed she is and what a divine soul to be involved in such a project. So we are indeed very, very fortunate to have you with us, sister. Thank you so much for that. Now, Swami is supreme consciousness, Parabrahma Swarupa. He knows all of us. He's created all of us. He knows our past, present, and future. However, we are awakened to his divinity at a certain point of time and space. We all go to Swami. He draws us to himself through books, through pictures, through friends, through family, through bhajans, and he has his unique way for each one of us. So the question is, Sister Shobha, how were you drawn to Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba?
Sai Ram to all of you. I'm really privileged to be among such devotees. I consider this opportunity a blessing of Swami. Thank you very much. Lakshmi Garu, I passed out 10th standard in 70. And my father was a staunch devotee of Satya Sai Baba. During his job in Penukonda, he used to go frequently to Swami, and so he used to go along with Swami in the car, looks like, and discussing the developments there, etc. But there was a big gap after that. And when I passed out 10th, my father planned a trip to Puttaparthi with all the family. And we had been there. And all the way I was praying, Swami, that I must pass out 10th standard. Because I was always in love with music and poetry. I spent little time in studying. So I did try and I did write okay. But I was praying him somehow make me pass through this 10th standard. He was kind enough. And that was the time Swami called us for interview whole of the family. Those days, Swami used to make all the people stand on the steps that go to the upstairs. He would make us stand on the steps. He would stand opposite to us, draw a curtain and speak to us. Those were the days because developments were not made then. I was surprised to hear Swami say, మీ చిన్మయానందను చూసేసి వచ్చాను సార్. I had been to see your Chinmayananda in the hospital. He was ailing at that time and he just saw him and blessed him and came back, it seems. ఎవరైతేనేమి మంచి పని చేస్తున్నాడు కదా, he said. He's doing good service, whoever it be, he said. Why he said whoever it might be, because Swami Chinmayananda used to criticize Babaji a bit in those days. And for your kind information, me and whole of my siblings are disciples of Swami Chinmayananda in the beginning. Later on, we also surrendered to Swami Satya Sai Baba. And he said, that was my first lesson from Babaji. He said, whoever it might be, he's doing good service. So I had been there, saw him, blessed him and came. That was the thing I learned from him. And secondly, that we must not bother about who it is, whether it is a friend to us or foe to us. If he is in good service, we must appreciate. That is the lesson I have learned from him. First lesson. And secondly, he said, you all chant Bhagavad Gita every day. I'm very happy about it. But you must know the meaning of it. And that was the second lesson I learned from him. And maybe that I sing. I used to ask for meaning. In those days, many singers used to just sing. At that young age, if I had asked for meaning of the song, that is meaning, and then chant Bhagavad Gita. And Annamacharya Kirtanas are no less than Bhagavad Gita. So I started knowing the meaning first and then sing. This was my first ever meeting with Swami. I was too young to say anything about my first meeting when I was just an infant. My mother took me to Gurkula Ramakrishna Rao Gari house when he visited his house. And she said, there the God comes, touch his feet when he comes close to you. That much I remember. I touched his feet, his God. That was my first, and this is the second, which I vividly remember. That's how I was drawn to his holy feet, ma'am.
Yeah, you've been really very blessed that, as an infant, Swami drew to you. And so it was from generations that you've been with Swami. And he's always guiding us. And it is we who have to awaken to the divinity in this physical form. Thank you so much for that. I'm sure you've had so many encounters with Swami and so many experiences with Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. So can you please share one experience with Swami that is very close to your heart?
There are many miracles, many interviews he granted to me, and I was in thoughts of writing a book with all my experiences. It hasn't happened so far. Maybe by his grace I'll be able to do in due course before I leave the planet. And one of my experiences I'll share with you. It was in 1995. Puja Ganapati Sachidananda Swamiji invited all of us to present a concert. Rather, he was kind enough to give an opportunity to all of us to sing on the eve of his birthday celebrations at Mangalore. We all had been there in a bus. After the concert, we were returning to Hyderabad. On the way, we halted at Bangalore. Then I told my husband, looks like Swami is in Whitefields. I'm going to Whitefields, you also come. He said, no, there is a lot of work is pending. We'll come again, not now, he said. At least I'll go along with Ramana. Ramana is our assistant. So along with him, I had been to Whitefields. Somehow we got a very good room, good accommodation. And the next day, the same day, in the afternoon, not in the afternoon, the next day, in the morning, I had been there. In Whitefields, interviews are given only in the morning, not in the afternoon, those days. So in the morning when I had been there, I saw, you all must be knowing Susilama, playback singer. She was sitting in the front. She looked at me and said, hey, Shobha, come and sit here. I went there and sat beside her. In a few minutes, Swami came. And Swami was talking to her. I thought he would cast a glance on me. Somehow he so efficiently managed to look only at Sushila Garu and sing and talk. And he never turned his head towards me. I was feeling bad that he was talking only to Sushila Garu, not looking even at me. Then later on, he went away. Okay, I tried to manage my mind, thinking that there is another chance tomorrow, let me try. Next day, I went again for darshan time. In darshan time, Sushila was sitting again in the same place. She called me again, Shobha, come and sit here. Inevitably, I went there and sat. Swami came again, and he was talking to Sushila again. Again, he managed not to look at me. I was bigger in size then. Even if you want to ignore, you cannot ignore the size. Such was my personality. So Swami managed to talk to only Sushila Garu and left. And the pain increased at heart for me. Why Swami didn't even look at me this time? I thought. Anyway, let me try another time, I said. And then I went to darshan the third day. The same thing has happened. Sushila called me again, I sat there. Swami came and Swami called Sushila Magaru for interview. While going, Sushila ji said, Shobha, come, we'll go. I said, no, ma. He didn't call me. I said, no, he called you. I saw he called you, come. He said, I have been seeing some people, I was seeing some people whom Swami would send back from interview. I didn't call you. He said. So I am fearing that I said, no, Swami didn't call me. As you please, she said and left for interview. I came back to room and sat. I was feeling very bad, like Duryodhana. Why I should come? I came, okay, why should there be Sushila there? Okay, Sushila was there. Why should she call me to sit by her side? Okay, I sat there. Why should Swami come and speak only to her, not to me? And okay, he spoke. Why should he call only Sushila Garu for interview? Okay, he called. Why should Sushila Garu call me? You also come. I was thinking like this, like Duryodhana in the room. Ego was badly hurt, maybe. And added to that, Sushila Garu returned from interview, came straight to my room, said, Shobha, I asked Swami Amma whether he called you for interview. No, I didn't call, he said, it seems. And that is like rubbing, mirchi on the wound, rubbing pepper on the wound. So I said, that's okay, Amma, namaste, I said. But at heart, I was deeply hurt. And then I called my assistant Ramana and told him, let's go where Swami is not going to call us this time. He brought a taxi and we went to railway station. Railway station, this guy managed to speak to the railway station officer saying that Amma has a concert tomorrow. She has to sing before Chandrababu Naidu. Chandrababu Naidu gari program undi. He was the chief minister then. Then he bluffed to them, it seems. Then they said, we'll release a berth for her in EQ. I was waiting to go in the train. Just before, in front of us, the train came and went away also. I didn't get a berth. What shall I do now? We cannot stay in a hotel there in the city. I took an auto and went back to Whitefields again. This time we got an inferior room. We had a wonderful accommodation. This time we had an inferior room. Okay. By then I missed the bhajan time in the evening. The next day morning again I went for darshan. Then I didn't sit beside Sushila Garu. Maybe she left or I don't know. Swami came. ఎక్కడికి పోయినావు నిన్న లేవే భజన్లో Where did you go? You were not there in bhajan yesterday. Do you see? I thought, he's not noticing me, he's not caring me, but he was noticing I was there for all the bhajans were all there. Yesterday, just I went to railway station and came back. He asked. I didn't know what to answer. I said, Swami, I had been to railway station. Why? You had a concert there? He's then people around me were asking me, what is Swami was pulling your leg? What is that? They were asking me. So this experience clearly tells that he wanted to crush my ego. Unless ego is crushed, we cannot see God eye to eye. We cannot merge with God. We cannot feel God when the ego is predominant. And he's talking to Sushila, not to me. These kind of feelings, Right now, Swami took off those feelings with his love and grace. But then also I had deep love for Swami, devotion for Swami. But this ego was also present, which he successfully pulled it off. This is one of the finest experiences I had, Lakshmi Garu.
That's such a wonderful story. Yes, it is indeed very difficult to transcend the little I, the ego self, and then go to the higher self that is actually within you itself. And like how you said, Swami knows everything, and like how Purusha Suktam says, Sahasraksha Sahasrapat, it's there everywhere. You know, we may not be seeing him, but he is seeing us from everywhere. Physically, we feel, oh, he's ignoring us. It's such a wonderful lesson and a good takeaway for many of us who are still dwelling and rolling in our little ego self. I'm this, I'm that, these are my degrees, these are my spouses, and so on and so forth. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for that. So my next question is, all of us have seen Swami when he was young, very physically, very vibrant, he's dashing to the car, gliding among the devotees, his fast-paced walk, so on and so forth. Sometimes he moves like a flash. And you did speak a little to me about how you felt when you saw Swami in the wheelchair. So can you please elaborate what you felt when you saw Swami in the wheelchair, and then what were your feelings and emotions at that time, and what transpired? Thank you.
It was again in Whitefields, maybe in 2000 or so, 2001 or 2002. I had been to Whitefields for his darshan, and he came in the wheelchair. I saw him so for the first time. He was in wheelchair, and I was shattered, I must say. But I shouldn't have been that way. But that part of me was still unripened. So I took it to heart and felt so sad. I had tears in my eyes. And what this Swami, who used to very jubilantly walk here and there around, and he used to make fun of people, especially me, say something and comment upon me. And then every time he passed by, he would make a comment. Like that, he was so jubilant, so vibrant. And that Swami sitting in the wheelchair, I couldn't stand it. And I wrote a letter to Swami. Swami, I'm absolutely not able to bear this sight of you coming in wheelchair. Maybe I'll come back again when you can walk healthy. You can walk around and comment and jubilantly as you used to do before. And I put that letter in a cover and gave it to Swami and left Whitefields. That's it. Later on, I hardly had been to Puttaparthi, and I was hearing about Swami that he was not well. He was coming in the wheelchair alone, and all these things. Finally, I felt like seeing him. I don't know why. I went to him in October of 2010, October 30th. Swami, as usual, recognized me and signaled something like that. He noticed my presence. And on 31st, he signaled me to come. I got up, gave him a letter. Swami, I want to sing for your birthday, I said. He signaled to those people who were around something he said. And I said, Swami, Pada Namaskaram cheskuntanu. I'll take Namaskaram, Pada Namaskaram, I said. He okayed it, and then I touched his feet. And as I was doing Namaskaram, he went away in wheelchair. That was the last time I saw him. Later on, I heard the next year in April that he is no more. I was hearing that he was hospitalized and everything. When he left his body, I called Sushila Garu and all. No, Shobha, you cannot venture to go. The very rush is so much that you'll be lost. You pray from there, I was advised. And however philosophical you are, The body attachment is there. The divinity dwelled in that body for a long time. I used to go for every small and big problem to Swami and sit there till he calls and then ask him silly questions also. And then when he answered, I used to come back happily, that much. I never asked for anything, any materialistic thing, but if I had some problem with anybody, I have this problem and I have the project, what do I do? If everything was good, why you alone, he used to say. If maintaining a project, if doing a project is such an easy job, why you alone? Anybody can do, he said. And that shut my mouth, actually. Yeah, everybody will do if it is easy. So that Swami who used to give me solace when I was young and who used to console me if I am sad, in whom I felt a father and mother and guru and a friend, is no more, I felt. For a while, there is no source, seen source. Later on, by His grace, even it pinches me even to this moment that I cannot talk to Him physically, but He is all pervading. He is filled in every atom. His energy is everywhere. His grace is everywhere. It's available. It is His grace that planned today's program. It is His grace that made me to build that temple. It is His grace that sang through me. So I realize now He is not confined to a body. He is all pervading. His grace is there. I must see Him in everyone. I must love Him. Love all, serve all is His basic principle, prime principle. And I must try to love everybody, serve everybody. That's what I feel, Lakshmi Garu.
That's a profound answer and a profound upliftment for all of us. And hopefully, I know it's been very difficult for many of us also to transcend, because like how you said, you're so attached to material and the physical body, which is nothing but, an amalgamation of the Pancha Mahabhutas. But then we have to transcend them and then get to our higher self. And it's not easy. It's another Mount Everest that each one of us have to climb. And then so glad that we have here a role model in you that was able to transcend that. And like how you rightly said, he is now merged with the cosmos, which means he's more available to us than he was previously. Thank you so much for that answer, sister. Okay, now I'm going to shift gears. Do you believe that Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba and Venkateshwara are one and the same? You have done enormous work on the life and the studying of Saint Annamacharya, who was an ardent devotee of Venkateshwara. Over to you, sister.
You mind a long answer?
Yes, that would be wonderful, because long answers always have so many lessons for us.
You know, I was a staunch devotee of Lord Venkateshwara. One time it so happened that my elder sister and my dad had been to Puttaparthi, maybe in 1981 or 82, I don't remember properly. My sister went to Puttaparthi to ask Swami for admissions for his son and daughter in the school, Swami's school. My father just escorted him, and another younger sister went to Puttaparthi along with them to seek his blessings as she was preparing for, civil services. They came back after 4-5 days. My father told me, Papa, Swami wants you to go to Puttaparthi. He wants you to do something connected to music there. And I thought my father is trying to boost my morale because I was really in a lot of difficulties at Tirupati. Then I was thinking whether to stay on with the job there or to quit it and go away because it was such a sensitive issue for me. And I went to my younger sister and asked, what did Swami say? Then she too told me, I know we both had been with our own requests, but Swami told Dad, you have a daughter. She is working in Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanams. She has a lot of pain at heart. Please ask her to come to Puttaparthi. I'll give her a place here. She can work on music, he said. I thought she is also prompted by my dad. Later on, I went to my sister who used to live opposite to our house. Then I said, Ramaka, what had happened? You had been to Swami. Yeah, first of all, he inquired about you. He told Dad that you must send your daughter to Puttaparthi. She is struggling very much there. She has a lot of pain at heart. I was forced to believe what they told. And then, but those days, I was a staunch devotee of beautiful form of Lord Venkateshwara, and I promised him that I would globalize Annamacharya Sankirtana, and I wanted to keep up my word. And if I go to Puttaparthi, I'll be asked to sing Sai bhajans. I don't mind doing, I happily can do, but how about my commitment to Lord Venkateshwara? I was thinking. That is immaturity, but I thought so then. Then I quit my job and came to Hyderabad. One day, my father came to my office and said, I was selected as project officer at Hyderabad Ramadas project. That was Bhadrachalam Devasthanam sponsored project. I renamed it as Ramarasavahini, giving scope for all the Vagyakaras, and I was heading the project. One day father came to me and said, hey, Papa, look at me. I want to get you married and get back to our village. How long can we stay in this city? Me and your mother, we both want to go back to village. You get married. Marry either this fellow or that fellow. He was suggesting. I was of the opinion that marriage would hamper the spiritual sadhana. And I gave a deep thought, however much I ask, Lord Venkateshwara is not speaking to me about this. They say that Satya Sai Baba is an avatar. Let me go and talk to him. If he can answer, I'll follow him. So just this thought came. I went back home. I booked my ticket in Jabbar Travels then. I booked another ticket for my sister-in-law. She came with her small daughter along with us. And then we proceeded to Puttaparthi. Every morning and evening, we used to go for darshan. That's the time when Swami would call for interview. I was anticipating for one interview, Swami, I used to write a song, give it to him, whether I was in the first row or second or third or fourth. He used to receive it with a small smile on his face. And one of the songs I remember, Na Piluku Inipinchana, Sai Marikasta Shruti Penchana. Sai, could you listen to my call? Or should I raise my pitch? Is the meaning. That song I gave him. And secondly, I wrote one song. నన్ను పలుకరించితే ముత్యాలు రాలునా దర్శనము సగితే నా దిష్టి సోకున అలవోకగా నీవు అడుగులిడిపోతావు అవతారమూర్తివే ఆంతర్యమెరుగవా. Hey Swami, if you talk to me, do the pearls fall down? It's an idiomatic expression in Telugu, pearls falling down if one speaks. ముత్యాలు రావటం. దర్శనము సగితే నా దిష్టి సోకున. If you stand before me, giving darshan to me, do I cast bad eye on you? Dishti, bad drishti, what do you call? Buri nazar bolte hai na?
Evil
Bad
eye.
eye.
Casting an evil eye on others.
Casting evil eye. And అలవోకగా నీవు అడుగులిడిపోతావు. You walk out so nicely and stylishly before me. You are an avatara murti, you are an avatar. Don't you know what is there in my heart? You say, you claim yourself to be God. If you are God, become one Sai Baba to each devotee and talk to them. What is their problem? Otherwise, stay like a human, like Rama. We don't question you. But you say you are God and you don't talk to us. What is this justice? I used to ask in the songs. He received all the songs with a small smile. One day my brother came from Bangalore to take us away. Come, we'll go, he said. Give me last chance, I'll try and go and see. Me and my sister-in-law sat together. Usually Swami comes from ladies' side, goes to gents' side and goes away to room with people whom he called for interview in Puttaparthi. At that time he made 1.5 rounds. He came back to ladies' side and just looked at me for maybe 20 seconds. My sister-in-law was excited. Hey, Swami is going to call you, she was saying. I too felt so, that he was looking at me, he would call me, I thought. He just turned and went away. He didn't call me. I was so disappointed, but one good thing I did was, I didn't scold him that he didn't call me. I thought, I'm not ripened. My fate is not ripened to meet Swami. I'm not eligible yet to meet that divinity. I thought, and with a disappointed heart, I returned back to Hyderabad. But to my surprise, that was Wednesday night and early hours of Thursday. And Swami was saying, I'm standing here. If I reveal, you'll be frightened. That's why I'm not revealing myself, he was saying. And I was getting intense deep smell of vibhuti. And Swami said, such and such year, such and such month, such and such date, you're going to marry this man. And I'm not able to see that man. Just he said the date. And I got up. It was a dream that felt like reality. And I told my sister, me, both used to sleep in one room. She said, maybe you are going to get married shortly, she said. Okay, we laughed off and slept off again. It so happened that one of my uncles, my elder sister, Usha's father-in-law, happened to see Nandakumar Garu, my present husband. He's the only husband, present, past or future. But presently he is my husband. I mean to say, then he was not my husband. He saw him and said, this gentleman suits our Shobha very well. And then he spoke to my sister that she must call me to Madras. Those were the days I was struggling hard to establish. I didn't have a telephone also in the house. So somebody brought the news that my sister is going to call me in the evening. So I went to my friend's house and she called me, said, somehow you try to come, otherwise this uncle will make my time miserable. Please come, she said. They sent a flight ticket and I went and I saw him. And fortunately, when my mother-in-law asked me to sing a song, knowing that I'm a singer, I sang Na Pilupu Vinipinchana Sai Mari Kasta Shruti Penchana, the one which I wrote at Puttaparthi during my days waiting for His grace. And all these things have happened. I came back to Hyderabad. Okay, finally I said, oh, my uncle tried to convince me that I must marry. If you ever talked about Annamacharya to Nanda Kumar, I'll break your legs, he said. So men will get turned off if women are committed to some cause. That was the notion he was holding, which was partially true then. And then, of course, I gave my first album to Mr. Nanda Kumar that I shouldn't be bluffing to him, that I am a singer. I gave an album and came back. I didn't decide mentally yet that he is going to be my husband or something. Meanwhile, my uncle called my parents to Madras to see Nandakumar Garu. And my parents were such a simple people, they didn't even try to know whether the dates are convenient to me. They fixed the dates for marriage and came to Hyderabad and told us that these are the dates fixed for your marriage. My sister, younger sister, was shocked. Hey Shobha, did you see these dates you told that day when you had the dream? Same dates they fixed and came. Partially why I agreed for marriage was same dates were told by Swami to me in the dream. And the same dates my parents are telling me. So this is the thing. After that, somehow in 1989, as my Arjun was ripened or Swami's grace fell on me, he gave me an interview and so many things happened in that first interview. I went along with my husband and in the first interview itself, I was doubting at heart, are you really God? Are Jadugar? Are Siddha Purusha who has Siddhas under his control? What are you? I was questioning at heart. And he said, that was the beginning point of my faith in him. ఎంత మాత్రమున ఎవ్వరు తలచిన అంత మాత్రమే నీవు అన్నాడా మీ అన్నమయ్య? He said. I didn't say one word, he said that. And those were the days Annamacharya songs were not so popular. It was in 90. And particularly this song was not that way popular. maybe Adivo Aladivo, Tandana Nahi, they were there in my first album. But this song, I was surprised and how come Swami could read my mind and answer through a song of Annamacharya, through a line of Annamacharya. And he also told my husband, she has been doing this service out of commitment. She is not doing for fun. She is feeling very bad with your words, very pained at heart. Just encourage her a bit and just see how she works, he said. How come all these things Swami knows? I never revealed her. He never revealed. And later on, he told me that he'll make me sing in his birthday in the year 90. And I was so happy. He materialized a ring and gave me. And I came out that I'm going to sing for his birthday. I was thinking that a communication would come from Swami asking me to sing for his birthday. Then our landlord was a very staunch devotee of Swami. His name is Ranga Rao Garu. He is no more now. He said, Amma, you should go and get the date done. In my view, if you happen to sing during Jhola Seva, when Swami swings in the Jhola, if you sing, it will be like Vaikuntham. Swami sitting in the Jhola and swinging. As you sing, it will be a wonderful experience, he said. And I was thinking I must sing only in Jhola Seva. Then I went to Whitefields again. I came to know he was in Whitefields. I went to Whitefields. And after going there, my mind is thinking differently. I thought I must ask Swami to reveal himself, to reveal his Vishwarupa to me. As I was thinking, Swami called me for interview, and in the interview he came giving vibhuti to all, and he gave to me also. I stretched my hand, but I was trying to frame my words. What should I speak to him? I was thinking. And vibhuti fell down. He said, Dunnapota. He said, hey, Dunnapota means, you know what is Dunnapota? Dunnapota
Is a
means,
he buffalo?
yeah, it fell down, he said. Then he went back and sat in the chair. Shobha, who is Ramanujacharya? He said. That was the time when I got Samastrayanam done at Sri Rangam, and I was too much involved in Sri Vaishnavas. So, who is Ramanujacharya? Said Swami, they say that he is brother of Rama. Then Swami said, do you know whom Rama always thinks of? Praise Shiva. And you know whom Shiva prays? Vishnu, Rama. Ni vibhuti, ni namamu, ee vibhuti rendu okate. Your namam and this vibhuti both are one and the same. And beautifully he went on teaching me ekatvam, unity, this way. And he said, after speaking, after the interview, he takes people inside one room and then he talks there. Then he said, Hingavala Bangaru, what do you need? He said, you know what is there in my heart, Swami? Vastadi. కొంచెం disturbance ఉండదు అది పోతే వస్తుంది. He said, you'll get it. A little more disturbance is still there. If it goes, you'll get it, he said. I was asking for Vishwarupam. He said, mental disturbance has to go. What a fine understanding. I'd never asked in words. It was in my mind. He could understand, and he said, once you get rid of this mental disturbance, you'll get it. And then I said, Swami, you asked me to sing for his birthday. Sing for your birthday. Can I sing on Jhola Day? He asked me, in fact, to sing on 22nd. I said, no, I want to sing on Jhola Day. That day, Susila, Ramakrishna, and so many others are singing. It will be packed. 22nd, you can sing alone. But anyway, since you want on Jhola Day, you can also sing on Jhola Day, he said. I was happy. And as I came out, there was an American sitting against a wall and crying like anything. And said, Chudu, it's a dance sound. See how she is dancing, he says. Her crying, he addressed it as dancing. And then he materialized a bracelet, silver bracelet, and he came towards me and showed, see, your Krishna has come, he said. And Gopala Krishna in this posture with flute, crossed leg. He was there on the bracelet, and I thought he was giving it to me. And I almost stretched my hand. నీకు కాదులే ఇది ఆమెకు నువ్వు పుట్టపర్తికి రా నీ వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామిని ఇస్తాను. He said, no, it's not for you, it's for her. You come to Puttaparthi, I'll give you your Venkateshwara. I was thinking he might materialize a small Venkateshwara's Vigraham and give it to me. And then it never happened. He never gave me Venkateshwara statue or Vigraham, small idol. One day it so happened that in Whitefields only, he asked me and Sushila to sing that evening in the program, the next evening. And he made Anjali Devi Garu in charge of the program. You must see that they rehearse with students and sing the next evenings. And I went to the rehearsal. Sushila Garu also came and Anjali was there. The students were playing the instruments. Sushila Garu was practicing. And all of a sudden Swami came in. Swami came in, sat in a chair and then said, Shobha, నువ్వేం పాట పాడుతున్నావు? What is the song you are singing? He said. I couldn't sing. See, leave apart singing. I couldn't talk. Tears were rolling from my eyes because I addressed a song to Lord Venkateshwara. ఏ పాట పాడమని నీవు నన్ను కోరేవు, ఏ పాట పాడమని నీవు నన్ను కోరేవు, సాహితే మరతును స్వరమునే మరతును మరపురానిదే అనురాగమే పొంగి పొరలి రాగమై నీకోసమే నీ పాడగా ఒసరి వింటావని హృదయ వీణ శృతి చేసి ఉన్నానురా, మనసే మందిరము నీకు గోవింద స్వాగతం, ఎదురు చూసి కాచె కనులు గోవింద స్వాగతం. I'm not in voice yet I tried to sing. You know, Swami Venkatesha, I don't know what song you want me to sing. I might forget the lyric. I might forget the tune. But there is one thing I cannot forget, Anuragam. That is the love. And that is surging out of me. Pongi porale ragamai. That is surging, that is coming out like ragam, like a tune now for you. If I sing Posari Vintavani, sing one more. Osari ante, it's like, coaxing to sing, give one more song. Osari vintavani, I tuned the veena of my heart and waiting for you. This was the lyric I addressed to Lord Venkateshwara, and when Swami came and said, "What song you sing now?" I just remember that and tears were rolling down. And so many songs which I expressed to Lord Venkateshwara, Swami answered those songs, those feelings, those requests. And so in one of my interviews, in early interviews, I said, "Swami, మీరు రాముడు కృష్ణుడు ఒకటే అవతారమా స్వామి? ఆర్ యూ ద సేమ్ రామ అండ్ కృష్ణ? నీకెందుకు అనుమానం వచ్చింది బంగారం?" సెడ్, "నీకు వై డిడ్ యూ గెట్ దిస్ డౌట్?" అట్లా అయితే నాకు అనుభూతిని ప్రసాదించండి స్వామి. He kept his hand on my head and said, "Definitely you'll get it." And today, Lakshmi garu, I tell you, somehow I feel when I'm body conscious, I feel Swami, this is Venkateshwara. But I go into meditation, all of them become one. And there is no difference of form to me now. But then it was. I never used to sing Shiva's songs after I took Samasrayanam. But on his birthday, I sang on Lord Shiva, combining Swami and Shiva. Like that, he taught me Ekatvam, unity of forms. Elaborate much?
No, it was just beautiful with so many lessons, and wrote that whole answer that you gave. It was really very profound. And then we are all extremely so blessed. And I thank you so much for your valuable time. And you're really shining with a lot of Sai love. And then you're shining your love on all of us. And then there are so many takeaway lessons for us. And I'm sure all the Sai sisters that have heard you will benefit from this. And once again, I'm extremely grateful to you and your staff, particularly Ramana Garu, for working with me, and also for you sparing your valuable time when you are so busy yourself. I just saw that a multi-day Kumbhabhishekam invitation, and there are so many spiritual masters that have been invited, so many divine souls that have been invited to sing. And then with your permission, if it's okay with you, we would like to flash that invitation during our retreat. Can we have your permission for that? All right. Thank you so much, Sister Shobha. And then
very much. And I take this opportunity to invite all the Sai brothers and Sai sisters to come and bless on this auspicious occasion of, Kumbhabhishekam, Shikhara Pratishtha. And this is a very noble, very sacred event that's happening at Annamayapuram. All of you, please come, enjoy the divinity there, and bless us all. Thank you for this opportunity, Lakshmi garu.
Thank you so much, sister.
Sharing
Sai
my Sai Ram.
Sai Love.